Hello everyone. Today I am going to show you how to do authentication with certificate. So for this I have already set up a Windows Server 2019 and I can show you NXT SMB 192.168.235.10. This is a Windows DC server and I need to give user administrator and password. So as we can see, this is a server 2019 with build 1773 x64 and name is DC01, and I have also set up a certificate server on this. So certify info, target is this IP address. Certify find, not info, sorry. And then we need to give the username and password. So we will say -u administrator -p password with the bank, and it will find all the certificates. And one thing that we need to check is the CA configuration for lab root CA. This is the CA name. Now this would have created a JSON and TXT file. I can open the TXT file to show you quickly how it looks like. So this is the certificate authority. CA name is lab root CA, as I said. DNS name is dco1 lab.local. And then I have multiple certificates here, and I have intentionally configured it to have multiple vulnerabilities, and especially the one that is called as user2. Okay, so if you see user2, it has ESC2, ESC3 and ESC4, and then there are multiple others that might show some of the vulnerabilities because we are using the administrator account, but the one we are going to use is user2. Okay, so what we want to do is, let me remove this file. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to generate this administrator.pfx and then use this with NXE to authenticate with the server. Okay, now for this what we are going to first do is certify, and then we are going to request a certificate, and then the DCIP is 192.168.235.10. CA is lab root CA. This is typo. Okay. Username is administrator and password is this. And then I guess this should be fine. Yeah. So this generates a certificate administrator.pfx, and we can quickly check this certificate. OpenSSL X509-N administrator.pfx -no out and -text. Okay, so we can see this certificate, and this certificate is issuer is local lab, CN is lab root CA, but what we are looking for is the UPN, and the UPN we can see in subject alternative name, and we can see that other name UPN is administrator at local lab.local. For this is the user for which this certificate is valid. Now we can use NXE. So as I showed you earlier, this NXE command without the username and password will not work because null auth is true, but we don't have guest login enabled. So what we are going to do is minus pfx, and then we are going to say administrator.pfx. And we have to say minus pfx cert. And we can see that there is an error which says that we have to specify the username. So we will specify the username, which is administrator. And then it is going to use this for the SMB authentication, and we can see that it is able to authenticate, and it also shows pond, which basically means that I can say something like minus xi. Who am I? Is better, I guess. And we can see that we are lab administrator. Now this works with LDAP as well. So instead of SMB, we can also say LDAP. And LDAP, I cannot give minus x to AMI. But as you can see, this authentication still works with this as well. So that's all I wanted to show you for today. Thank you all for joining.